Hello, everybody. This is Rick Money with the Riverdale Season 5, Episode 2 report. If you have not watched the episodes yet, here is your spoiler alert. And there is a lot of murder and mayhem in this episode. I find myself cracking up when preppy jailbird Brett called Jughead Slughead. He called him Slughead. That's pretty witty. And he called Betty Ponytail as he talked to them from the prison that he's in. These witty lines, however, would be his last lines as Brett was murdered in the prison. The killer shanked him and gouged his eyes out. Hiram must have been working out with Bobby Lashley to get prepared to beat Archie up for cheating on Veronica. He did get Archie in a chokehold, but Archie managed to escape. In the meantime, Hiram's daughter was about to pay the ultimate price for her daddy's crimes. Veronica was about to get whacked by some gangsters when out of the shadows came the equalizer. Hermosa, Veronica's sister. And she saves the day shooting the creeps with a gun, complete with a silencer in the back. Now it's time to get a nice, strong chocolate milkshake from Pops after all of that murder and killing. After all that killing, and then talking to their mother, Hermione, who, by the way, has decided that she is going to leave and go to the Real Housewives of New York. Well, after they had a talk with her and she pumped them up, they were ready to take down their godfather daddy, who, after being stripped of his assets and associates from his daughters, the Lodge sisters, he reminded them of one thing, well, actually two things, and that is he only needs two things in this world to stay on top: fists and guns. Veronica and Hermosa were smart enough to not go toe-to-toe with Papa Lodge, so they did the next best thing. They had them beat up by their goons. Such a loving family, those Lodges are. So loving, so kind. After we learn that Donna is telling the truth about Joe being murdered, he was actually beat to death with a rock, Jughead realizes we now have a preppy murderer on the loose in Riverdale. Imagine that. Imagine that. The psycho has gotten into the Cooper house, we learn. We learn this as Jughead and Betty get a tape showing the fiend all up in their rooms as they're sleeping, putting knives to their faces. What killed me is that they watched this VHS tape on a floor model TV. What year is this? What reality is this? Cheryl Blossom, she decides she wants to go and get back into business, but the Blossom board blocks her. Mumsy hears this. So what's a good Mumsy supposed to do? Oh, she went and told a good Mumsy sends her daughter on vacation, so she has an alibi. And when Cheryl got back, she found out that the Blossom board had been murdered, but it was made to look like a suicide. And sweet Mumsy replied that this was Cheryl's early graduation gift. You've just got to love Riverdale. Betty finds the bug, and she figures out that Charles is the preppy murderer. But Charles was not working alone. His boyfriend Chick is the one who killed Brett in the joint. But Charles admitted that he is not the director behind those creepy VHS tapes. Speaking of VHS tapes, Archie comes in and finds his mother very upset. She is watching a VHS tape of her of Archie's father, Fred, and Archie being terrorized by the hood. It's very upsetting to Archie. It's very upsetting to Archie's mother. So what's he do? He gets a baseball bat and he smashes the TV, which is a floor model TV. And I have come to the realization that Wanda Maximoff must somehow be behind this, that this must be like a missing episode or a connector to WandaVision, because all these people in Riverdale seem to be having floor model TVs. What's up with that? What is up with that? Why in the world do they have floor model TVs? It has to be an alternate reality. Big reveal of the night. Jughead confronts the author, and the author is nobody else but Jughead's own sister, Jelly Bean. And why did Jelly Bean do this? It's because she didn't want Jughead to go to college. What? Are you kidding me? What in the Easter egg candy is going on here? All of this because she didn't want Jughead to go to college. She wanted Jughead to stay home. This is Riverdale insanity at its best. Jelly Bean, no more raves for you. Now, young lady, you need to go up to your room, go to bed, and lock the door, somebody. Next week, graduation at Riverdale. This is Rick Money with the Riverdale Report. Have a wonderful day.